beyond, after y equals m, we cannot drop any points from the curve. So, in other words, this is the limit of the range. So, therefore, we say the range of this curve is equal to all values of y, where y must be a member of R, and then y is limited by n, which is smaller or equals. So we write y less or equals to n. It must be below y equals to n. Okay, example C. We are given this curve. Alright, so for this curve, same thing, we will take a point from the curve, drop to the x-axis. So we will continue doing, and if you look at on the left hand side, the curve can continue until infinity, therefore the value of x on the left side will move towards infinity. So the same goes for the value of x on the right hand side. Since the curve is moving towards infinity, therefore we say x is moving towards infinity. So we have infinity on the left, infinity to the right. So we say that the domain of this curve are actually all values of x, where x must be a member of R. If you look at the range, so range refers to the value of y. Okay? And if you look at this curve, so this curve will not touch the x-axis. It will continue, but it will never touch the x-axis. So in other words, the value of y is up to the x-axis. And then towards the top, the curve will go up until infinity. So we have the value of y moving towards infinity. So therefore we say y, the range are all values of y, where y must be a member of R. Yeah, here we have infinity, but limited to y greater than 0, because the curve will never touch the x-axis. The x-axis is actually is y equals to 0. Alright? Okay, finally, if we have this type of curve, right? So same thing, we will take a point, drop onto x-axis, and we see that the value of x can continue until infinity. Same thing on the right side, it will continue until infinity. So therefore we say domain is equal to all values of x, where x must be a member of R, and the x must not equal to 0, because this curve will not touch the y-axis. Alright, it will continue until infinity, but it will never touch the y-axis. So we say the limit is x must not be equal to 0. Right, if you look at the range refers to the values of y, and if we take a point and drop onto y-axis, we can continue doing so until infinity, towards the top, yeah, infinity. But at the bottom, the curve will not touch the x-axis. So if the curve does not touch the x-axis, therefore we say the value of y must be greater than 0. Okay, greater than 0. So in other words, the range will be equal to all values of y, where y must be member of R and y must be greater than